Well,
How you doing?
You ladies look beautiful.
Oh,
You too.
Thank you.
Candace.
I'm trying.
You are glowing.
Thank
All right,
you.
then. Let's do it.
Welcome to POV, where we're going to be spilling all of the tea today. We have a lot to discuss, so come and join the discussion. First, I want to talk about a man was killed in South Africa in Johannesburg. Students rallied all over a university because they want to register for school. You know, it's very disheartening because we have these same disparities here in the United States, but I don't see students protesting like this in South Africa or in the United States because they know the importance of education.
Yeah.
And I just think that, and I hope that in South Africa that they can work this out so that they
Me
can
too.
register because education is important. We know that here. That can take you a long way. So we wish you all the best and our condolences to the young man, the 35-year-old young man that was killed. But next, we want to talk about Mr. Joe Biden, our president. So apparently, when he became the president, a lot of migrants or people that wanted to come over here, they thought that it was the green light. It's okay to come over because a lot was changed. So a lot of people are saying that, Mr. Biden, you should have waited. So I personally believe the same thing. He should have waited before he changed any laws because here it is. We have almost 20,000 families that came over here in the United States just last month.
Yeah.
20,000 and 10,000 people came by themselves. Children came by themselves.
Yeah,
That's a lot of people. That's 30,000 people in 1 month's time.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I agree with you. I think he should have waited. He moved too fast. I know that he inherited a problem. I know he inherited a
huge
lot
problem.
of issues from the previous president. But I think he should have waited. When you have this kind of influx now coming in, it's not so much just the border problem, it's security, right? So it's kids. So now they're saying that a lot of the immigrants are being released with nowhere to find family, no way to get in touch with them. So my concern is a lot of these kids are going to end up in human trafficking. They're going to end up in situations that we're never going to see them again. This is, to me, a national crisis. And we have to act really, really quick before all these teens
I can't
are
imagine
displaced.
10,000 children
That's a lot.
coming by themselves.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
I think they said now 14,000 migrants are now in federal custody.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they did say majority of the people are being turned around and going back to Mexico. They're sending them back.
Right.
I do agree that he should have waited, but I think that because the previous administration policies were so
rigid.
I mean, they were really, really bad. And I think that they wanted to come in and say, hey, we promised the people we were going to do something, so let's reverse it. They weren't ready for the influx, but, you know, we know word of mouth is the biggest advertisement. So people probably knew on February 2nd, Biden is reversing all of that stuff so we can go get in line and say that we're seeking asylum from where we are right now. But it is. But I do wanted to point out that more people came on 45's watch as well.
Absolutely.
So I know it seems like an influx now because we're only in March.
Right.
And he just became president in January. So they are turning them around. But I think the hypocrisy of it all is the Republicans are saying, oh, you know, it's just too much.
Right.
And I can't believe this is going on. But you didn't say all of that when your president was doing the same thing and being so rigid. So I think it's complex. You know, we're not there. So, and I've never really visited the border, but it's a complex situation and it's going to take some people thinking beyond what they see and more of the future. But not only, so it's complex.
For me, excuse me, Candace, like for me, I feel like he should have just been more well equipped. I think they need to build transitional housing for people seeking asylum, so that they can get job and work skills. They can learn our language to make life easier for them. Even though Spanish is our second language here, but it would help them out, giving them education, you know, housing, and just not only children. Can you imagine children coming over?
I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and let Candace say what you have to say. But I understand you're talking about well equipped, but Go ahead.
You know what? The thing about it is a lot of the children that are coming now, they're coming because their families are already here. They already crossed the border on 45 watch. So now they're coming in hopes of speaking to a relative or mom.
They said
or
they are
dad.
connecting some of them. They said they are connecting some of them.
They're
Not
trying.
all of them.
Exactly.
Not all of them.
But that's a lot of kids to go through that loophole and go absolutely missing. You know what I mean? Real quick, one thing I'm for is the new bills that he was able to sign. I think they took their time into that, which should have been done in the first place, which is the pathway to citizenship. And once they take the time to do that, then you won't have that influx. I know for me as a Jamaican, right? When he came into presidency, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have my citizenship. So I was one of those people that was, the clock was ticking. You know what I mean? And I thought, oh, all this great stuff, 45 limited us on doing the things that we want to. So I understand them coming in, but to come into a country like this with no guarantee is where the problem really lies.
We hope that we know, and I'm very confident in our president that he's going to sort this all out.
Yes.
But moving forward, we're going to talk
He
about
have no transition team.
Yeah.
So I mean, let's not talk about that. So
moving forward, though, we're going to talk about Texans quarterback Deshawn Watson. So lawyers say that up to 12 women have filed lawsuits against him.
This is touchy for me.
Y'all can start this off. I'm not a football person.
I am.
I'm not. I like to watch the guys, but I don't know about
I know, but he is a big deal.
Yeah, and he's handsome too. But what I can say about this situation is, when is this gonna stop?
You know what?
I don't know about
I'm not a football person.
I am.
But I'm a people person. And I'm for fairness. And this guy is being slandered in the worst way that we've ever seen. He signed one of the highest contract deals in the league for 4 years. Almost $177 million combined with $27 million as a side bonus. But
no,
here's
he's
my
dating
thing.
Somebody now.
I'm gonna put this out there because a lot of time we want to demonize these guys and demonize our black sportsmen. But this is the same person that paid the fine, of his teammates that came to his restaurant and had an issue. He paid that.
Yeah.
This is a man who is
upstanding.
Come on, upstanding in the community.
All the stuff he do, not
yes, all the great things. Just because this man wants to leave a racist team, this was the backlash. This is what happens to us as black people every time we decide we don't want to do something. This is the way you try to get
when we get to a certain point, when we get to when we're making a certain dollar.
Yeah.
What they say, more money, more problems.
More money, more problems.
And this is a prime example of that.
Yeah, and I'm upset about it as well.
I'm sure.
I was really disappointed. My son mentioned it to me. He's like, Mom, because we talk about football, because he's a football player. He go, Mom, you see what's going on with Deshawn? I'm like, what?
Disgusting.
And I Googled it, and to me, it's upsetting.
Yeah.
And the thing is that people need to understand, I'm not going to get into like, what he did. Read it yourself if you want to know like what the ladies say that he did and where all these women come from. But the attorney for the women, his last name is Busby.
Tony Busby.
And he said that he doesn't know the Texans owners. He wouldn't know them if he saw them on the street. However, in 2014, he put out a billboard so Johnny Manziel can be the quarterback for the Texans, but you say that you're not a fan. So first of all, you're lying about that. So do you not know people can pull up that you bought a billboard in 2014 for Johnny Manziel to be the quarterback because he went to Texas A&M, but you're saying that you're not a fan.
Come on, yeah.
So, and he said he wouldn't recognize the chairman if he saw him on the street, so you're lying.
It was a donkey.
And he lying.
Yeah.
And I said, this is very upsetting. I say, let's stop making these boys guilty before we get all the evidence, because we talked about it before.
Absolutely. And that's what I was going to say, with the Andrew Cuomo. it just seems like
we've talked about it.
Seems like men in power are being attacked. And even with COVID, when COVID was going on, that was our president for a while, in my opinion. Andrew Cuomo, he stood in and he was the representative that we needed
at that time.
Yep. So how do we don't so quickly demonize somebody so quick? But moving forward, we're going to come back in just a few. Next, we have What's Brewing. Welcome back. Now we're going to talk about Quavo and Saweetie. Recently, they just broke up, and in a tweet from Saweetie, she says, "I'm single. I've endured too much betrayal and hurt behind the scenes for a false narrative to be circulating that degrades my character. Presents don't aid scars, and the love isn't real when the intimacy is given to other women."
Amen to that. So I ain't got nothing to say.
You don't have anything to say. This not one of your
true.
relatives, girl? Really?
They not related.
You're not related to them? Oh, my gosh. Well, apparently they were saying that he repoed her Rolls Royce that he got for her.
Ooh.
But TMZ said that's not true.
Well, I'm going to believe TMZ.
It was actually a Bentley. It was a
Bentley.
Bentley.
Yeah,
It was a
I'm still
Bentley.
believing TMZ because they get all the tea. I don't know
Yeah.
if they pay for it or what.
They
but-
got
Well, what
that
happened
good.
was
They use the
when
information
when they were together, he leased the Rolls Royce for her, the Bentley
The
Rolls
Bentley
Royce.
for her, yeah,
Bentley
okay.
Rolls Royce. It's the same thing. I can't afford
He
it.
went and got his money back.
And he did, yeah. They said that he had it repossessed, but he really didn't have it repossessed. But I mean, what do you think about these women that are in the public eye and they date these rappers and they know what they're getting into? They know that they're dating someone that women are going to be attracted to and going to be all over. Like, do you really think that these men are faithful?
I don't think the
No.
women care.
Some of them do. I think some of them go in thinking that they are going
Gonna
to
be the
able
one?
to change
The
him
one?
and going to be able to make him shift as far as because they're caring, they're loving,
Yeah.
and they're giving. And if it's sex, then it's like, hey, they're like probably let's do it.
Yeah.
So and they're probably thinking that they're going in and they are going to be able to supply him all of his needs, and then they find out that they're not, and that would be hurtful because I thought they were the cutest little couple.
They look
You know, and I
gorgeous.
thought he was really into her because the way that he treated her in the public, and
Right.
maybe she said that was just in the public and behind closed doors,
It
is
was
something
something
else.
She
different.
said, "Praise
She
God,
said,
don't
it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought they were a cute little couple, but
I don't know.
she's pretty and he's Quavo, one of his
It's-
best
it's-
friends
I
is
think-
Offset, so bird of a feather.
I think a lot of these pretty young girls, they get with these guys and they feel like, oh, I'm beautiful, and that's enough.
And that's
It
enough.
ain't.
That's not enough.
Well, it sounds like she's
You
saying
know?
it sounds like she's saying, don't think that you can just keep giving me gifts every time you mess up.
Right. So
So-
she's been through this. Then.
And also, okay, so he tweeted this. He said, "I had love for you, and disappointed you did all that. You are not the woman I thought you were. I wish you nothing but the
Lord.
best."
oh come
Oh my
on.
God! Why are they breaking up in the?
I mean, but
In
what
the
is
public eye.
They're celebrities. This is what happened. They live their lives in the public.
That's not true.
Well, she
because
should
we don't-
be known for
we
that.
don't-
She
if-
should
if-
be
if-
okay.
If I'm just saying that's not true, we can't always say that because if Denzel has cheated on Miss Pauletta, we don't know about that. Y'all ever heard about him? He probably. I'm not saying that
But
he
these are
is.
young- but
quiet,
these
though.
are
It's
younger
a little bit
kids.
different.
The younger kids
different.
live
They were young, too.
on social media.
But it's
though.
different.
Well, there
They're-
was no
I don't
social
know.
media when Denzel
No,
was.
and not only that, Denzel just got on social media not too long ago.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
just saying,
always
if
kept
you
his
want to
relationship
keep
private.
your relationship private, you can. That's all I'm saying. If you want to keep it private, you can.
They can't.
That's
They
all
don't
I'm
want
saying.
to,
They
though.
don't want
They
to.
don't want to.
Yeah, but she's a cute and he's Quavo.
All right. Well,
That
guess
boy got.
what?
You know what the old people say?
Quavo.
That boy got coochie coming at him
Oh!
out of both draw legs, honey. He don't know what to do. He need a catcher's mitt.
Lord.
And these girls need to understand when you with a man like that, you need a catcher's mitt.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that
I'm saying,
alone.
okay.
So moving forward,
All right,
Mr. Stefan Curry is going to be receiving the NAACP Jackie Robinson Award.
I love it. I love it. He is so deserving.
Yes.
This young man just exemplifies sportsmanship as
Yeah.
a young black athlete. You know, that award was given to athletes that promote social justice in a creative way. It was actually retired in 1999 when Michael Jordan received it, but they started to give it again in 2017 for LeBron James.
Okay, they should
so
have.
he is definitely someone that's deserving of this. What I love about Mr. Curry, really quick, and I'll let you chime in, is he speaks and he walks the walk. He's out there with his family, with his daughter, with his wife.
All the time.
He went ahead and walked in Oakland with hundreds of people for the death of George Floyd. So I think it's amazing that he continues to exemplify what an athlete who is actually for the cause is doing. And he does it so quietly and effortlessly. So I say congratulations on your NAACP award. Well deserved.
And if you're looking for him to play this Tuesday,
he's not playing. He's not
he
playing.
won't be there this Tuesday. He hurt himself.
Yeah, and that he's been doing that a lot. But he also opened up a media company called Unanonymous Media. And then y'all know I'm all for black schools and everything.
Yeah.
So he gave Howard University money to start or to keep their golf program for women and men.
That's awesome.
So he's out there. He's doing what he's supposed to do. So I said they picked a great recipient for this.
Yeah. And a man of faith.
Well, congratulations,
Yes,
Mr.
that too.
Curry. Congratulations. Now, moving forward, Mr. Oh, not Mr. I'm sorry.
Ooh, that shade has started.
Lil Mama says she's going to start a heterosexual movement, movement. What?
Well, I never. Okay, so I didn't hear that until you said it.
After receiving backlash from the LGBT community, now she has something to say, a lot to say about Zaya. Zaya is Dwayne Wade's daughter, transgender daughter. She had a lot to say about it, and so. I don't know. I have a lot to say. I'm gonna let y'all go first because I'm gonna close it out.
Okay. So first of all, we were laughing because yesterday I didn't know that she was referred to as Little Bow Wow. So that's why
they say you never see her and Bow Wow at the same time.
I never heard that. That's so interesting. But
she said it too. She said it too on her Instagram. Yep.
You know what? I don't follow her because I feel like she's always in something and trying to find herself. But I read carefully and I tried to look at the post, right, and try to understand where she's coming from. So I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second. I understand when she says, under the age of 18, how do you know that you're ready to have the change, right? You were explaining to us very eloquently yesterday about what that is. I agree with her to that extent when it comes to that. As a mom, if my sons decided that they wanted to do that, I'm going to support them. I'm going to love them no matter what. But I would want them to make that decision, I think, when they're in a different mental space to be able to handle everything that comes with. That's a huge responsibility. That's big, So I agree with her just on that part of it. But a heterosexual movement, I think that's stretching it.
I think. Go ahead.
No, I think that people should be able to say what they think and what they feel. It's her opinion.
Yeah.
So why are we dragging her in the mud? Because it's her opinion.
Because it wasn't necessary. It wasn't called for. Who cares? Like, we don't care.
But either way, though, we can't always say pick and choose what people can say.
But that's
and when they can say it.
I feel like this. I feel like there's so many things that's going on in the world today to comment on and talk about. Why are you worried about this child?
Well, the thing
and the
is,
decision?
does she have an album coming out? Is something going on that she wants to get pushed out?
But think about how it started with a lip gloss.
But
comment,
I feel like this. I feel like because Zaya is transgender.
That.
I feel like because Zaya is transgender, that this was a trigger for Lil Mama because she has been attacked and her gender has been questioned so many times. I feel like when she saw that, she felt like she had to say something because hurt people.
Right.
But we ain't say nothing.
But
saw it too.
her heterosexual community is the ones that made the comparison between her and Lil Bow Wow. And these are the same people that you want to protect. But then you want to attack someone in the LGBT community for living their truth. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense. But because she has been questioned as a woman, when she sees somebody living in their truth, she feels like she has to say something or feels like she has to attack.
But I said that for me, in my house, it would be the same thing. If my daughter or my son
I don't
came,
agree with that.
I know you say you don't agree, but I'm just saying for me in my house, if my daughter said that,
I get it, but
she
it
would
goes
have to wait
deep.
till she's 18.
But Katrina,
Giselle.
it goes deep
I understand
though, because
that.
you have to understand you have children that will commit suicide
I
because
know
they
that,
cannot live in
Giselle.
their truth. It's not. It should not be up to you to say you got to wait until you're 18 in order to transition. I took my transition into my own hands.
You did.
But you're
16 years
different.
old. I didn't ask for permission because
but
I had
you're
to do it
different.
for me.
Yeah.
So if your child is coming to you and say, "Ma, I'm different," or "Ma, this is the way that I'm feeling,"
I would love my
it's not up
child.
to you to say, "Oh, you can't do this until
You can
you're
do
18."
it.
You
can
can
do it.
tell a child that they can't get a perm until they're
It's
18.
not
Tell a child that they
that.
can't.
You can do
but
it,
don't
Giselle.
tell a
They
child that
can do
they can't
it.
be who they
I'm
are.
not saying you
You're
can't
gonna
be
love
who you
wait,
are.
you're
You'll
gonna
get
love-
you'll get
you're
so
gonna-
much trauma.
No, it doesn't
I
have
still
to
would
be
love my
trauma, though.
child.
It doesn't have to be
I
trauma.
would, but
if
I'm
your
just-
child,
it is
not
going to
gonna
be
it's
traumatic.
not, because if your child comes to you and you sit down and you have that conversation, they explain to you, try to understand what that child is saying, right? So if they say, okay, at 16 or 15, I want to have this change, as a mother who loves their child, the first instinct is, I'm going to protect this child, because at 15, there's no way you're ready for the responsibility
That's
of
not
what
true.
comes. But you're different,
Yeah,
Giselle.
you can't. We're not going to
different.
equate that to me being different.
It's not the way I'm going to do it.
I'm not the only. I'm not the
Everyone
only.
is
But I'm not.
different.
The
I
only,
know, you're
I'm
not
not
the
the only
only one.
person
Not
that
okay.
that decided to transition at an early
and
age.
we
Right.
get that, but your child
No.
brain is still developing to a certain
not
age, and I'm
ready.
just saying for
Not
me,
ready.
Little Mama said what she said. I'm not going to drag her through the mud of what she said. She may
I
have an
will.
album
What
or
I
something
don't,
coming
Shut your
out.
mouth.
but that's the
I'm
cancel
just
culture.
saying,
That's
I'm not
the
going to do
cancel
that, but I'm
culture.
just saying for
That's
me,
the
if my
cancel
daughter or my
culture.
son came to me and said that to me,
Yeah.
we are going to have the conversation. We're going to have the tough conversation, because first of all, I have to take that in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what anybody says. When a child come to you and say, "Okay, Mom, I was born a girl, but I really want to be a boy," or "I was born a boy and I want to be a
That's
girl,"
serious.
you have to
That's
take that in
serious.
as a
Well,
parent.
we will have more time
I'm
to
just
talk
saying.
about topics
Yeah,
like
it's
this,
serious.
and I'm sure we're going to banter and agree and disagree so many times
Yeah.
on this. But like I always say, live and let live. Next up, we have Style Check. Welcome back. It's time for Style Check. We have lots of fashion news and fashion tips, but I won't be giving you those tips. It's going to come from Miss Katrina Lee Jones.
Yeah, say my name, say my name. I just had to throw that in there.
You got to keep that name though, even if when your man come along, you still got to keep that name. Girl.
I was talking about that when my new husband comes along.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep Katrina Lee Jones as my stage name, and he should be
Trademark it.
fine. You know, I could do that too,
Yeah, trademark
because I
it.
don't need anybody. Because there's only one me. So even if somebody
Yeah.
copy, honey, listen, I ain't never duplicated. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into Style Check. B. Simone, congratulations, young lady. She has dropped a line with foot action. And we know that it is a big deal for Black designers to be in these stores, honey.
Yes, it
so
is.
I say yes. And then, Giselle, I want you to go and tell why she's doing that. Because I know we, talked about it.
Well,
but-
yeah, she launched it #1 to make money, but this is actually an
Where the money
initiative
reside.
to empower women to manifest their dreams.
Yes.
And she's being a leader. She's being following by example. You know,
Yeah.
she's leading by example.
Lead by example, yeah.
And so I'm very excited to see that. And what I like about this picture is behind her, she has so many strong women
yeah.
that
Black
have paved
yeah.
the
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
for us. Michelle Obama, Felicia Rashad, Coretta Scott King, and Cicely
Cicely
Tyson,
Tyson.
the late Cicely Tyson. So it's just beautiful to see. You know, we have two that's still living on this side and two that are
that-
going on, and they both still have really strong
Yeah.
impacts on women and just Black women as a whole. So yeah.
Yeah, I love how she pays homage to them. But yeah,
Yes.
it's pretty cool. But what I like about B. Simone too, I'm glad that she's doing this line, but she exemplifies for young people, you can do anything. From where she started, just being on the internet, just being on Instagram, to now, this is a celebrity.
Yeah.
You know, this
She
is a
is.
young Black woman that's going places. So I'm going to continue to follow her. Her tracksuit. We call it tracksuit in Jamaica.
That's what it is.
Definitely
Tracksuit,
going to
jogging
get it.
suit.
Yeah.
It's the
we
same.
say jogging suit.
We say tracksuit. I'm definitely going to get it.
It's the same thing, same lingo.
And it's affordable, right?
Yes, it's affordable.
Yeah.
The sweatshirt is about $60, and the pants are about the same. But my thing is, I always say that we need to support them with our money.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't just need to talk. So that means when you go into foot action, fellas, when you're going to buy yourself some sneakers, that Be Simone selection, if you have a daughter in your life, if your wife, your significant other, your grandma, your auntie, go ahead and grab a sweatsuit for her, because we have to support us with our money.
Absolutely.
And other companies now are seeing that we move the needle.
Oh, they look.
It's about time.
Yeah.
We've been moving the needle, but now they really see it. So they're looking for us. So I say go for it. So congratulations, B. Simone. I will be going in foot action and buying my daughter a track jogging suit, because I don't want it.
You heard that?
Yeah.
We gonna hold your mama to it. Okay.
We gonna make sure.
And she's probably going to look at that tonight and say that. But we'll move on. We want to get in some bread slippers. Yes.
Girl, what?
I said it.
I don't even.
Tommy Cash and Mason Margiela, they have collaborated to do bread slippers. And listen, these things are $144.
And they're real.
Mason Margiela.
And
Yeah.
they're real.
Yeah, and they are real.
They're real slippers.
They're real slippers. They're $144. And you know what? Listen, y'all around here wearing these Crocs, so you might as well go ahead and get you some bread slippers.
Okay.
I don't wear
And
Crocs.
put them.
Okay.
Yeah or nay? Yeah or nay?
Okay. No. I'm not giving you a yeah or nay. I need you to explain to me and tell me what am I gonna do with some bread slides? Like is this real bread?
No,
It just looks like it.
It just looked like it. So they're
Oh, now in that
actually
case, I like it. I thought it was
and
real
what
bread.
happened? No. What happened was Tommy Cash had on some slippers, right?
Okay.
And he put the designer name on top of it.
Okay.
And like he made it from bread. He put the designer name on top of it.
Yeah.
So you know what? Since Tommy Cash is Tommy Cash, the designer said, "Hey,
Now I'm
we're
ready.
gonna call him and we're gonna collabrate." And this is what they came up with. So they look like that.
I like it. Let me tell you why.
They swell when they get wet.
No, they're just
No,
popping
this
in
is
the
not.
real
Now
slippers.
that I'm looking at them
bread.
from this angle, I see that
They're
they aren't
slippers.
real.
Yeah.
But
Y'all
being
so
that these
funny.
are Mason Margiela, I can understand it. And
Being $144.
coming from ballroom, this would be like a perfect look. Like you could put this with a money outfit. Like I'm getting my bread. Like it's so many ways.
I'm so done with you. I would have never thought about that.
Yes, that's how fashion is. Like when you make a
God.
fashion statement. Like it's okay. I get it. All right, I like it. I like it now.
Yeah, but you can get them too for $144. But you know,
we don't leave them in the store.
Nah,
But for that person, that fashionista, you go ahead on now.
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna see these because that's like you said, that's a big designer. If people don't know who he is, Google him.
Yeah,
he is a big designer. So
the bread
these
guy.
bread slippers are going to sell out. What do you say, Candace?
The bread guy.
Listen, if somebody gave it to me, they're slippers, so just wear them in the house.
Yeah,
Everybody
not
say you got to
outside,
wear them in the streets.
Yeah,
but
not
if they're
outside.
made with rubber at the bottom, then they're meant
to be
worn
outside.
in the streets. So just go ahead, try it if you want to. But I have $144. I'll spend somewhere else. Yeah, not that. But we're going to move on to fashion tips today. We have some wonderful fashion tips for you.
Oh.
Winning the battle when it comes to your wardrobe is knowing your body type.
Absolutely.
And a lot
That's
of
so
women do not want to own up to their body type.
Absolutely.
But if you can figure out what your body type is, you will win, girl.
Yeah.
Every single time.
You might have a combination.
Yeah.
It might have a combination.
You know,
but these
a
are the
little-
basic ones. The apple, which means she is just round all over.
Okay.
And the pear shape is when she is small at the top and bottom heavy. And the hourglass,
Oh, that's
you know,
me, baby.
that's
That's
one.
me.
That
That's me.
all day.
She's the one that everybody wants. And I think I'm hourglass too. But anyway, and that rectangle is
You're a combination.
I'm the rectangle.
I'm a combination between pear and hourglass.
You're small at the top.
Yeah, I'm small at the top, and then if I'm working out, I really get the hourglass. But if I'm not, girl, I look like a pear. And I'm just saying. I do.
The pear is what we call in Jamaica cocoa buckle style. Yeah, cocoa buckle.
Baby,
you know the cocoa buckle? It's just proportion and then it comes in.
Yeah.
But
we say Coca-Cola shape.
Coca-Cola shape, Coca-Cola
okay.
bottom. Same thing. I'm definitely rectangle. So I always say that I have a shape like SpongeBob. Let me tell you why. No, it's movable. So if I put a belt on and
movable.
pull,
From the front.
And pull it in.
From the front,
Yeah.
From the front, but not from the
Yeah.
back.
Not from
and
the
the
back.
No, well, I can't help that. But
If y'all ain't
I'm
seen it from the
straight.
back, it's
straight.
And we can't stand up, but we will show you from the back.
Wanna stop
That
it.
ain't it.
She
Okay, but so let's go talk
Candice
about
got
that. You know what that is?
My husband says, period.
You
that's what
definitely
it
have
is.
the piece.
So yeah, you definitely have the piece. So I don't know if you truly rectangle.
This way, yes.
But if you know your body shape, you will be able to, like I said, you will win,
It's
ladies.
true.
Yeah.
It's true. It's
That
very
means you're
true.
gonna pick the right dress.
You
That
know,
means you're gonna wear the right pants. And that means you're gonna wear the right top.
You
because
can't
if
wear everything that, like we said the other day,
Treat-
everything does not look good on everybody.
Everybody.
It
I
doesn't.
see stuff in pictures all the time. I'm like, wow, that looks good on them.
Yes.
But it's not going
It
to
won't
translate the
translate.
same way on me.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But and I think that's a problem too that a lot of women have. They're really in denial about their body type. But when you, girl, get out of denial about your body type, and when you do, that wardrobe will go to the next level because you're gonna go in that store and you're gonna buy what looks good on you.
And you can change your body type too.
You can. You can.
A few ways because guess what?
Which ways, Giselle?
You can go from rectangle to hourglass
Thank
if you put on the
you.
right undergarment.
That's what I'm saying. Movable.
If you put on the right
SpongeBob.
So
Think
you,
of a sponge.
you can change that thing up now. Now, if you want to permanently change
this
it,
way.
dieting, exercise, and all of that, and a little plastic surgery, and a little suck out here, the suck out here, and put it.
Suck. And
So
And I
it's
don't
ways
have-
to change that thing.
It is, and I don't have a problem with that too. I tell people if you want to have surgery, it's your body.
Yeah.
But make sure you go to a board certified
Yeah.
surgeon,
Girl,
plastic
go to the
surgery.
Dominican
To
Republic,
get-
girl.
What you say? Go. You say
Dominican
go?
Republic.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, see, I'm not doing
Yeah,
that.
suck you dry.
SpongeBob.
Oh my God. All right, so ladies,
Just saying.
know your body type and you will win every single time. And we're gonna move on to our next fashion tip. I don't know what to do with this gal over here. Please invest in lingerie, but
And
invest
liposuction.
in good. See, you feel? I don't know what to do with
Invest in
her.
lingerie and liposuction.
Lingerie,
Two go
good
together.
lingerie,
It
ladies.
does, because sometimes I see myself in the laundry. I'm like, ooh, I need a whole teddy.
Good lingerie, so that means good undergarments. Invest in yourself a great bra.
Yeah.
Invest in yourself some great panties because listen, I've been having a panty challenge. I'm not gonna get into detail
Lord
about
have
the panty
mercy.
challenge, but I believe.
But you feel
I
good when your
believe-
when your undergarments are right, you feel good
Yes,
in
yeah,
your
you
clothes.
do.
You feel good,
You
and
do.
that's the foundation of your clothing. I tell women
Yeah.
that all the time, and I have to match. Listen, if
Ooh,
my bra
I
and
thought
my
that was
panties
his
have to
name.
match, I learned that from a little girl.
Yeah, I'm anal
But you
with
know
that.
what? That's
No, I
all
ain't
we
now.
have
Yeah.
today for style check. I don't know what to do with her. I don't know what to do with square P shape over here. I just don't know what to do. But we will be right back.
Welcome back, and it's time for Mind, Body, and Soul. And today we're going to be talking about the laws of attraction. Ladies, what are your thoughts and experiences?
Oh,
You know,
she popped a whole lip.
You okay?
I know. You know what? The law of attraction is I think is a biblical foundation. They have a movie out. It's called The Secret. Episode 1 and episode 2. Well, story 1 and story 2. It all talks about the law of attraction, what it is, how to break it down, and how to make it apply to your life every day. But law of attraction, really, in a simple form, is thinking it, believing it, and you can have it. That's really all it is.
That's the word.
Yeah. There's different, like, there's 7 laws of attraction. There's 5 laws of attraction. And I think it's what you make it. But for me, it's more than just that. So I know this may sound weird, but I do what's called a visionary session, okay? So it's kind of the same thing as meditating. I take 5 to 10 minutes out the morning and I visualize what I want, okay? As long as it lines up with what I'm supposed to have.
Yeah.
So I see it, I feel it, I smell it, I go through the process like it's actually mine. And every single time, hands down, it has manifested. Every time.
That's good.
Every single time, it has manifested.
That's good.
I think we
I
have
like
the
that.
power in us to call to us what we want. We don't always have to go look. Call it in.
Yeah.
No,
Call
that's
it
true.
in.
That's true. That's very true. And like I said, the law of attraction, they just use different things from the Bible.
Yeah,
and then people with
absolutely.
all this new age stuff, they don't even understand that, you know what, your new age foundation comes from the word of God.
Yes.
But they don't want to admit that.
Yeah.
I do think law of attraction is real because you all know, y'all hear me all the
yeah.
time say you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
Good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. If you put good seed out there, then you're going to reap good benefits. If you put bad seed out there, you're going to reap it.
Yeah.
Your children are going to reap it. Or your
Generations.
grandchildren going to reap it. Are they children going to reap it? And that's just what it is. And for me, I think that I just believe, I'm just a very faithful person. I have learned through my walk in this life, honey, because it has been one. You hear me? And if you know me, you know. And if you don't worry about it. I'll testify one day. So it has been one of those journeys in my life where I had to be faithful.
Right.
And to me, that's just what law of attraction is. Like,
Yeah.
I am believing the Lord. I don't care what it look like. My finger broke. But the Lord say, listen, the Lord say he's a healer. So you know what? It may be broken. it may be banded up. And you're going to ask me how I'm doing. Healed. Working on it. I'm not one of those people to deny what's going on. I think that's where a lot of believers get in trouble, and then they don't really like the law of attraction because you have to admit what's happening in your life.
Yeah.
But how are you going to go through that? And I always tell people, listen, I know that I was hurt about this. This has happened to me. You know, this person hurt me here. I was disappointed in this situation. However, the way that I moved through it, and I always tell people, half of the people didn't even know that I was separated from my ex-husband. Majority of the world didn't even know that I got divorced because you wouldn't know that from the way that I live.
Right.
And my mom has always taught me, don't wear your feelings and your emotions and your life all over your body. When you walk out, people shouldn't even know that there's something wrong with you unless you tell them.
I'm working on that.
I'm just saying, and that's why people tell me, like, my mom was super. You know what I mean? But, and she taught me so many things, and I'm one of those kids that I listen. I wasn't one of those. I listen and I do. And so that's all it is. I do believe in the law of attraction. I believe that if you can control your mind and not let the enemy get in your mind. Because when the enemy has your mind, it's a done deal, sister. Man, woman, child, it's over. It's over. If you can control your mind.
You have to control it. And that's so true. And just listening to both of y'all, you know, I can relate to both situations. And that's what I equated it to was manifestation. And also having control over your mind, because like I spoke the other day when I was saying that I felt like the devil was really in my mind about my physical appearance. And I had to fight against it.
And it happened so quick.
I had to really fight against it and really.
He's a liar.
And I told you that. I had to really control my mind. And not, but visualizing things too as well. I visualize things a lot. Sometimes I could just be sitting there, I'm like, just like daydreaming, like, what you thinking about? I'm just thinking about things that I want to do.
And it happens.
And it does. It actually does happen. And you do reap what you sow. Sometimes you got to admit it to yourself sometimes. Sometimes you don't want to admit it to yourself. Sometimes it's like, oh, Lord, I know I took that little 25-cent piece of gum and now I done lost my wallet or something. But it happens. But you got to be, and you just got to say, Lord, thank you, and forgive me.
I receive.
I know I did wrong, and I know I did some things. You got to be able to accept it when it come right round.
Because it comes around.
You got to be honest with yourself.
And now it's coming quicker.
You got to be honest.
It's coming quicker.
Oh, it's coming a lot. People dropping dead.
Coming quicker.
I will say this. I'm going to touch on something you said. As far as wearing emotions on, I do that. I'm very guilty of that. You're definitely going to know how I feel. That's why I can't be fake phony. I don't have it in me because you're going to know.
Oh, yes.
But what I've learned is if you, and I don't want to make this a God session, but I feel like I have to. If you allow God to take what's broken and what people think don't work and what people criticize and have him turn it into something powerful, it doesn't matter. Because that same insecurity, that same worrying my feelings, it works for something else. I always tell people, especially the young people that are around me, energy goes where attention flows. Whatever you give attention to
you better hear me.
Grows. Energy is something that's so powerful. And that's a part of the law of attraction. It comes with it. So it's believing it and seeing it. But it's also, what am I giving my time to? And that's visionary. You gave 10 minutes to this every day. Yeah. So guess what you're going to see? The manifestation of that thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I most definitely agree with that. For sure, that wherever you put your energy, that's what's going to manifest. And that's why I say I don't put my energy in foolishness and all that stuff. My friend made fun of me. And I promise you, in 2019, I believe it was, the beginning of 2019, I told her, I said, listen, I'm letting go all foolishness in my life. I said it comes to my family, it comes to my friends, it comes to my associates, and it comes to my colleagues. And then they thought I was joking because a couple of things has happened, and I immediately addressed it with them. It ain't no waiting. I'm picking up the phone like, oh, this what we doing? And they're like, I'm like, I told y'all, I'm not dealing with the foolishness anymore. And if you can call me, take it or not, or whatever, this is what we're doing. I say, hey, and if y'all got to go, then y'all got to go. I can move on. I
think you have to be true to yourself and true to what we say. You know what I mean? That's important. Some things sounds good and it sounds good on the outside, but we have to be true to it. And sometimes people don't know what you're feeling or what you're going through. They make a judgment based on a perception and an assumption, and that's not okay.
Yeah, but sometimes actions speak louder than words
well,
too.
Absolutely,
that too,
absolutely.
But I think
that's true.
In conclusion, I think that we all basically saying that what goes around comes around, good or bad, good, bad, or indifferent. And that's what we're going to stand on. That's what we're going to stick to. We'll be right back. Next up, we have Girlfriend's Guide. Welcome back, and it's time for Girlfriend's Guide. Now, we've been talking about Quavo and Sweetie and the whole debacle with everything that they have going on. Now, it's rumored that he had the car repossessed. Now, my question to you ladies is, if someone gives you a gift, is it okay to take it back?
That's a nice car.
That is a nice car.
That's a very nice car.
I'm like, that's a nice car.
Is it okay? I mean, is it okay after a breakup, or is it okay?
I don't think so. I think that if I'm dating you and I decided to purchase you something, I don't care if it's $5,000, $10,000, $2, $3. If I purchased it for you and we're in a relationship, then I think you should be able to keep it. And vice versa. Now, only thing that I would give back is an engagement ring. If I broke off an engagement with someone, I would give them that ring back. Because
if you broke it off.
Well, yeah, if I broke off, or vice versa.
Oh, no.
Vice versa. I would.
No. I did that with my ex.
Because my thing is, I don't want it. If I've decided to, I don't want to go to the pawn shop. I don't want to do any of that, because the ring that you're going to purchase me is going to cost a pretty penny. So out of respect for you and out of respect for the relationship that we had, because I had to love you or like you or something to say yes to marrying you. And when things change, no, I'll give it back.
No.
I'll give it back. Because it's going to be at least $10,000. I don't want it. And I'm not going to go to the pawn
I'll go
shop.
And exchange it, at Jared, or you can take it and take it back and add something to it and get something bigger.
No, I don't want to
do something like that.
If I'm done with that person, if I'm done with that person, with engagement ring, if I'm done with you, I don't need to be connected with you. That soul tie's been broken or whatever it is. I don't want it. You can have your ring back.
I gave my ex's ring back. I didn't want it.
That means it was never yours.
But
if you're giving it back.
My thing
engagement
is
ring I
this:
get back. I ain't say other stuff.
Can I get my sex back? Like
No.
we take it. I'm saying if we taking stuff back, can I get my kisses back? Can I get my snatch back? Can I get all of that back?
So I'm keeping the ring.
It's not okay. You're not keeping the ring. You're gonna give the ring back. No,
I'm keeping everything
my
else.
ex, I gave him back the ring because when I broke it off, I didn't want any scent. I didn't want any resemblance of anything. I didn't. You know what? I didn't. I would have felt bad. I think doing that because
pain
he
and
spent
suffering,
that
baby.
money
Pain
to
and
do it.
suffering.
I don't. But back to the original question. No, I don't. I'm not giving a gift back. If you ask me for a gift, I'm gonna ask you back for everything that I gave. Which those things you cannot ask
Don't give
for
no
back.
organs because you can't take them
you
back.
can't get it
But
back.
you know what? In this situation with Quavo and Sweetie, I don't even consider this to be a gift because it was a lease.
It's a lease. That's not a gift.
That's not a gift.
That's
knew
not
that.
a gift.
And she knew that.
So,
Yeah.
so this is another example of what I mean when I say the younger kids, they do things for social
Very
media.
different.
For the
They
gram.
do things for the hype, for the gram.
Yeah.
Because, baby, you got a boat on this, but this is just a lease. It's
a
not
lease.
yours. You don't own this. He didn't own
Nope.
it. So it was never a gift in the first place.
Nope.
So this wasn't even a good example
It's
of
not.
a gift being returned.
Right.
Baby, you was going to take this back eventually.
way.
Yeah,
Either
because
way.
literally the only thing that he said, you know what? I'm going to lend you this car. You can drive it for a little bit,
Yeah.
but I'm going to come back and get it. That's a loan.
That's a
a loan.
loan.
That's
That's
not
not
a
a
gift.
gift.
That's not a
But
gift.
these,
Absolutely.
but these
That's not a
young girls
gift.
aren't smart. I believe we were having a conversation. I don't know if we had it at the table about Kim Zodiac. That used to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know, she had her sugar daddy, sugar baby,
Yeah.
whatever she called
Big
him.
Daddy.
Big Daddy. He purchased things for her. And he
Yeah.
paid cash for them.
The house.
And she got the D's,
Yeah.
the
And
titles.
Naomi Campbell too. Now this is a prime
everything
example.
else.
Remember, Naomi Campbell was dating that Russian guy, and he bought her that house on that island.
The older
He
guy.
bought her the island.
Yeah.
He bought her an island and
Never
put the
took it
house on
back.
it, and now he want to take it back.
Oh.
Now he's trying to sue
How long
her
has it been
and
since
stuff.
they broke up?
It's been a while now.
But
But
why he want to take it back now? Is it maybe it's profitable?
I don't
You
know.
want to give it to another girlfriend?
I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm just
You
saying.
give me a whole island, it's mine.
Yeah,
He's
that's
not
what
getting
I'm
that
saying.
back.
But the girl,
Yeah,
these
he's
girls,
trying to sue her now though.
these girls
That's
need to be
terrible.
smart. Like, you know, say what you want about Kim. You know, they need to be smart like
Yeah.
her. Like if you're
Yeah.
purchasing, you're buying me something, you need to outright
It's
buy
mine.
it. I don't need no
Yeah.
car payments.
Nope.
I don't need anything. You need the titles, whatever it is, need to be in my name.
Yeah.
But you know what? That was
Period.
the guy that got her the house is an old sugar daddy. Like that's the old pimp dude. Like they're
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
from the young guys today and the social media guys. They just want to post. You know, they want to say I got this. They want to make it look like it's more
But if those
than
girls
it actually
demand it,
is.
if they demand it, those guys will do it. If you want to buy me something,
Yeah.
if you buy me a car, I need you to pay cash for my car. I need you to put it in my name, and you need to
Absolutely.
give
Yeah.
it to me.
Absolutely.
And if you don't do that, then I don't want your lease. I
Yeah.
don't want your car. I can buy my own car.
It's true. And you know what?
A gift is a gift.
It is a gift.
Yeah.
And I'm funny about this too. So my husband and I, we're doing the whole bank account thing now, right? So I believe you have to have your money.
gotta-
I have my money.
Absolutely.
So I
Absolutely.
said, when you buy me a gift, Negro, don't take it from our account
Joint
because
account.
that is not a gift.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
That's
A
not.
gift is a gift. It's coming from it's
Your
coming
bank
from
account.
you.
Yep.
I don't have anything
And that's
to do with
and
it.
that's why
a gift.
that's why I say it shouldn't be taken back, even with an engagement ring. I'm sorry,
I'll
I
give
gave
it.
that
I'll
back.
just give it back.
I didn't want anything
and I
attached
get
to
that,
it.
but I'm
yeah.
saying,
I'll
but
give it
and I
back.
get the
Yeah.
not wanting to have any memories of that person or any
Yeah.
connection with that person. But then, like I said, I would sell it. I would and buy something that would make me happy and make me forget about that person, like a nice pair of Louboutins or something, you know. That'll help me get over that person really easy.
I wouldn't do
But
it. I'm
you're
just saying,
right.
I wouldn't
You're-
do it.
but
I'll give it back.
Because there's so many people that sue each other for the engagement ring.
That's crazy. It was
That
a
happens
gift.
all the time.
That means engagements
a temporary, or if you don't get married,
basically,
then, I know, and
I don't like to have things that I don't feel
that
belong
to
mine.
Are yours.
You know, it just doesn't feel like that. Like even example, like I worked at another place at a clinic for years, and they gave us brand new cars. And I loved it. I absolutely loved the car. It was a luxury vehicle, but I never felt like it was mine. It never felt like mine because I knew the moment that I'm no longer employed here, this is
that
gone.
car's got to go back.
That's not a gift.
I don't like that feeling. I like to feel like if you give me something, it's mine. I can do whatever it is I want to do with it.
I can ride in it. I can do it.
Whatever it
if you give me a house,
And don't get mad.
Yeah.
Don't get mad if you see me use it in a way that you didn't give it to me.
Yeah, or don't be an Indian giver, because that's what we call it.
That's what we call it, Indian
giver.
Don't do that. Don't. Or how about people that give you something and then a girlfriend of yours, she give you a dress or something and it's like, oh girl, I didn't think that dress was that cute. I want it back.
That's Indian giver.
That's
hate.
Indian giver. You know, you gave me this. What do you mean you want it back?
Yeah.
You know,
that happens too.
I'm telling you,
do that.
It happens.
Yep.
I was in a situation like that before where a girlfriend gave something to me, and then when we had a falling out, she wanted it back, and I said no.
Oh.
And we had a
big spat.
A fist spat.
A fist shoot.
You know, but you wanted it back. But when we were okay,
it was okay.
It was okay for me to have it. But now
she was your friend
you want it
then.
back.
She wasn't your friend.
No, that wasn't.
It happens. So I don't know, but.
I don't agree with. I don't agree with.
We unanimously do not agree with it. But guess what? I disagree with them because I'm not giving the ring back. If it's mine, it's mine. They can give it back all they want to. But that's all we have for today's show. I hope that you all enjoy us. We will be back tomorrow. And I'm going to leave you with a quote, like I said the other day, from Maya Angelou. And this is going to be my quote for this week. When a person shows you who they are, believe them. Thank you.